Oh, fucking patrol.
You will never destroy our way of life!
T-minus 1 minute.
Heavy, northeast, close.
Oh, fuck.
I'm out! Eat that!
Run, Dave! Woo! We got 30 seconds.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
My life receiver!
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
New mag! Mag's empty!
My last mag.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
I'm out of ammo.
Mag's empty!
Pelican 1 approaching pickup.
Should be supplies on top of the thing.
This is Pelican
Yeah, I
1
see
preparing
that.
for touchdown.
Mag's empty! How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Nuke's almost up.
Yeah, he is.
Calling in reinforcements!
Alright, we're getting on.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. Countdown initiated.
All right,
Stand by for
getting on
takeoff.
the plane.
And we got the super samples, guys.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent. Liberty has
Done.
seen you through.
That was good.
All right,
It is not
that was
easy.
rough.
It is
Yeah.
not easy.
Suicides are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're live. Welcome everybody to the Scar Thumb Podcast. It's David. I'm back. I think my voice is finally back to normal. It's the first non-sick stream we've had in a few weeks, so I'm glad. I'm glad we're feeling a bit better. So hopefully things will stay that way for a while. Exactly. No more zombie. No more zombie, Dave. We found the cure. And it's rest and relaxation. All right. Good to know I'm sounding better. So, we got our most controversial show yet, probably. Probably not. But we're going to start off with this isn't related to video games at all. But this is a scientific article from, what is this? Actually, what is this website? Oh, scipost.org. I don't have very good branding. But this is brought up fairly often. Straight men's sociological stress response to saying two men kissing is the same as seeing maggots. And this kind of goes in heterosexual men, pictures of rotting flesh, maggots, spoiled food, induce the same psychological stress response as a picture of two men kissing each other. That's the surprising finding that was recently published in peer-reviewed scientific journal. This is from 2017. It's not super new. I don't know what the latest, but this kind of just describes people's reaction to same-sex PDAs, same-sex public confession, and it kind of, a lot like these scientific studies, kind of tells you what common sense already knows. That, heterosexual men don't like to see other men kissing each other. It's just a natural response. I guess the interesting thing about this article is that it shows that it's a fairly, it's a natural response. It's not social response. It's not that, people are just, taught homophobia, that it is just a natural response in males. And it's, I think it's, they even kind of go on to mention that people that have a high disgust sensitivity, and this is actually something that I even think Jordan Peterson talked about, that people with high Hey, how's it going, Jack? People with high disgust sensitivity tend to be more conservative. Uh, they don't tend to be as open, and and that kind of makes sense. The fact that there would be a group of people that don't want to try new things, that kind of stick to what has worked in the past, and that there might be a good reason, good evolutionary reason for the fact that you need people that hold down cultural norms while at the same time having people that try to expand cultural norms, and depending on who survives and who does the best, uh, they move forward. Oh, ouch. Speaking of Prime, Jack Napier shows up. Damn, Darren. Damn. Shots already being fired in the chat. But the reason I'm showing this article is to show that there is a natural response to this. And of course, who plays video games the most? Who's the primary demographic for a lot of these video games? And it's straight men, especially like teenagers too, young straight men. And the idea is they may not really like this. Of course, we have Master Chief in rainbow colors for Halo Infinite here. Galo is real. 2001, the legendary Galo is here. So here's Halo official account. It is June, so happy Pride Month. Embracing love, diversity, and inclusion by equipping the Unity 24 armor, coding, nameplate, and emblem in Halo Infinite this June. Let's stand together in honoring it's like they're, war veterans here, our LGBTQIA community, and forging a future of unity and acceptance for all. And, what more does like a young teenage boy like than playing, he wants to play his war game, feel like a badass shooting stuff, sticking plasma frags, grenades onto people, and watching them die, teabagging them. Oh, but you know what? Also, let's have rainbow-colored Master Chief running around here. That's really fun. Nothing makes me more want to play Halo more than seeing gay Master Chief here. Yeah, it is kind of bad what they do to the Rainbow, because Rainbow is kind of cool, but now it's become... Though, I mean, actually, I'm honestly thankful that they added the trans flag and the brown and black, because I do like the normal rainbow. I think it's very pleasing to the eye. And then, thankfully, the trans and Black Lives Matter people kind of like came in to make that flag look so much uglier, just absolutely hideous. So I'm glad they ruined the pride flag. So the normal rainbow is ought to be something different. And then, of course, we have Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare, one of the most popular games, shooting games in America. They've got to have their free pack. No better price than free. We got, your pride flag here. You've got, I don't know what all of these, I recognize the transgender flag, but, whatever self-diagnosed mental illness, these things that are on the bottom, I don't know which one's which, but they've got them all. Or at least, well, probably not all now, but some of them. Some of them right here. And then over here, I love too when, like, because they have to know that, like a normal teenage boy doesn't think this is cool. He thinks this is annoying and kind of lame. But, Modern Warfare, surely the comment section will be civil and happy that everyone got colorful universal weapon camos. Like, oh, it's just colors, guys. It doesn't mean just nice looking color things. You guys have a normal one, right? with this rainbow, we know it's not just colorful shit. It means something, and usually it means like, hey, we don't care if you want to try and be cool in your war game. we're gonna gay it up because it makes us look good, and we honestly don't like you all that much. You know, we accept your money since you make up the primary demographic. You know, you straight man play our game, dump tons of money into it. We don't really like you. We think you're kind of problematic, but we'll take your money. But we're also going to add in a bunch of stuff that you think's kind of lame and unpopular because it makes us look good, and we have a very loud vocal minority that we want to appease with this. So here it is, free Pride Month stuff. Oh yeah, of course, you know, and of course, yeah, it makes us look, as you mentioned, Jack. EA gets money from for being inclusive. There's also, it helps the investors. You know, it looks good on that. When it comes to, you know, DEI initiatives, of course, as much as I make fun of the how ugly these look, I mean, you look at this, like, ugh, this is like just so loud. I love the gay bullets. You can now kill people with gay bullets here. But then, you know, I look over at this thing, and there's literally a guy in fucking Spartan armor, and I'm like, you know what? I think Modern Warfare just completely annihilated aesthetics long before. I think somewhere around Nicki Minaj, they might have just thrown out any sort of realism, or, you know, any sort of like, I don't know what the word would be for it. Any sort of aesthetic consistency. They've gone full Fortnite in their design practices and just thrown in whatever fever dream moronic shit that they can. So, you know, them adding trans bullets and trans coded guns. I mean, who doesn't want this in your game? You could be a Roman soldier, sort of operator with trans shit all over you. It is so ugly, just even from an aesthetics point of view, that it's like, whatever. At some point, like, I don't even care. I mean, I don't play Modern Warfare, so I actually don't care, but man, this looks so ugly. And it's unfortunate for, you know, guys that just want to, you know, play and enjoy the game, that they have to kind of deal with this annoyance every June. And apparently, like, even I think when it first released, it took them longer to put out an American flag, you know, in the game about, you know, being like a soldier, than it did a trans flag, or pride flag. So really shows the priorities of developers nowadays. And then, you know, this is just another thing, like, man, this looks so ugly. Holy smokes. This just, again, like, first of all, the gun design's ugly as shit too. So I just, everything about it, like, holy smokes. Modern Warfare is just this. I guess this is what passes for video games nowadays. Just complete utter trash. Gaming just really has a problem. Not only is the gun hideous, but the colors are hideous. It's like a carnival fucking show. Really sad, but it's all a cash grab anyway. So, whatever. Move. And then, of course, this isn't related to video games, but also, you know, geek. Just gotta emphasize the sort of geek and nerd culture here. This is The Acolyte.
I want to ask you both because this is, I would say,
it's a creator showrunner. Let me see who this person is. And this is an actress on the left. There's an actress here.
I would say arguably the gayest Star.
And so this is the guy. This is the gayest Star Wars thing yet, right? And I think it's kind of funny.
And are you excited about that? Are you
Not
bracing
the gayest
yourself?
Star Wars. Not the.
It's pretty gay. Let's be honest.
And then he's like, "Oh, hey, it's gay, right? It's so gay."
Leslie, how do you feel?
Am I gay?
Are you,
Yes.
Well, no, I know
Yeah.
you're
Oh, I'm gay.
gay, but I'm asking, are you excited about putting this, you know, this is going to be a talk.
Excited about how gay and annoying your new Star Wars is.
Is it going to be a talking point?
I'm sure so.
Because nerds are gay.
Well,
Yeah.
I like how this. I think this lady might actually be mocking the people that watch Star Wars.
some nerds are very
Calling them
not gay
gay.
and are very
They're very not gay. Oh no.
threatened by gays.
Well, that's true.
They're
But
very threatened. Yeah.
in my world,
Yeah, they're very threatened by people that just want a classic hero story, and without a bunch of homosexuality in it. They're really threatened
nerds are
by
gay.
this. I agree. The
Is this
Star Wars
fun
fans are gay.
element of-
No, I don't
like
think
this
so.
lady.
And yet people have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars, and I frankly
You're offended?
into it. No,
I think that Star Wars is
I think it's so weird because I think this guy's kind of pushing it, but
so gay already.
they'll go.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen the fits? We'd be like, look how gay this is, and then send each other around.
I agree with this. This lady's making a lot of good points. Just look how gay this
Friends
already
and are
is.
you telling me with a straight face that C-3PO is straight?
They're a couple. That's what I think.
I think he's a robot, like a
This is more
pansy-looking
I think
robot.
it's canon that R2-D2 is a lesbian.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's canon.
Ask Filoni. Okay.
Guys, it's Star Wars.
Can you
Star Wars
imagine?
looking good, guys. I hope you enjoyed, that outer space sort of hero's journey story. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. That's exactly what we want out of Star Wars. It's fun. So, just like Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare and all these shooters, the fun, masculine sort of hero story is not now we got to turn it into of course, look at the showrunner. Look at the showrunner here on the right. This is who's making Star Wars. So, it's a really good hands. Really good hams here. Of course, you could take the opposite route. I just noticed this too, and this always gets me too. We got the Side Stroller podcast, more of a conservative. For Pride Month, we've watched American Pride. Hey, stop being gay for men when you could be gay for America. And the response has been wild. Easier was popular shirt. All normal men in capital. I guess that's like their non-woke guys. You're just a normal man. You got this is always I always love the conservative response to it. Is always cringe as well. America, I'm gay for American beer now. Ultra right wing beer. So yeah, that's great. It's fun on both sides of the aisle. Well, we're gonna move on from Pride here. It's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Oh boy, we do need help. We do need help. More blowjobs. That's my solution to men's mental health. No one will listen to me, I'm afraid. Kotaku, everyone's favorite journalism site, is actually one of the best promoters of of video games. To be honest, I love this headline. Is no one on earth could come up with a better tagline than this. Former World of Warcraft devs start a studio where only female staffer is a dog. It's a real dog, by the way. They're not. That's not a euphemism for like an ugly woman, or it's not a metaphor for like an ugly chick. Fresh off going Activision Blizzard lawsuit, I always love not the best look when nothing's actually wrong, and it's just you want to kind of imply that something might be when you have like zero proof. You got to break out. It's not the best look. Hex Blizzard. So this is by CC Zhang. This is published. It's published back in the. This is actually a full order article that kind of came out. It kind of resurfaced because they actually came out with some gameplay footage of it. Ex-Blizzard developer who started Tutorial Studios seems to have exactly 0 women on their development team. Oh no. Staff base shows 9 developers, 2 advisors, all of which are men, and 1 canine chief morale officer named Ellie, which means the studio has more dogs than women. I love that last, more dogs than women. Yikes. It's such a great line. Tori Studios is an RPG studio made entirely of former Blizzard developers, most of us who worked on World of Warcraft. Although Activision Blizzard is currently under legal and public scrutiny for gender discrimination, in 2017 confirmed that at least 21% of their employees were women. So presumably the founder at least met a couple of women who were skilled enough to work at one of the highest profile video game companies in the world, or maybe not. He just didn't hire any of them to be part of his founding team. Thank God. Maybe he's smart enough to realize just how bad it can be. Not that, women aren't skilled, but from it to like avoid, one of the best way to avoid sexual harassment problems, that kind of stuff is just not have any women in the workplace. That also totally prevents it. Taco reached out to Kaleki for a comment yesterday, but did not receive a response. We with VentureBeat, Notorious Studio co-founder Kaleki, I think, acknowledged that Blizzard faces a major reckoning for gender discrimination and sexual harassment. He said the all-male team was also affected by Blizzard's trouble and offered a solution to avoiding the former employees' mistakes. And, of course, rather than say, we're just not going to hire women, because that would probably be illegal. It's important to start with a culture that has no tolerance for harassment and the things like that, and also being transparent and open. He added, Notorious Studio has a flatter structure made of people who write code, make art, design pieces of the games rather than serving as leads directors. It usually comes from a supported superior sort of relationship. We're hoping a flatter structure addresses some of those problems. And of course, and then definitely a lot harder for men to harass women if there are no women to harass. I mean, 100% right. But gender equality probably game development. Of course, then they got to play. Wow, how dare they not have any women? Sure, it fixes the problem, but how dare they not? Because gender equality problem remains an equity problem, which means, oh no, women aren't as interested in making video games as men. We got to do something about that. Do women have access to large amounts of venture cap? Then they always kind of imply, why are people giving these guys money? Do they have access to a large amount of venture capital funding that's become available to studios during the pandemic? And at Notorious Studios, the answer seems to be a resounding no. Company lists Riot Games, and they, of course, got to mention the investors too, which is still doing the PR out from its own gender discrimination reckoning, following a class-sensitive lawsuit by female employees. So this is what the game came out, and this is just came out with some a video wish listed today. Great article. So I was pumped for this game. Unfortunately, it doesn't really seem like my type of game. It looks very much World of Warcraft-y. Kind of got this orc-looking dude with a giant battle axe. You can definitely tell they're came from a World of Warcraft background. Third person, which I definitely don't mind. Brings them in, and definitely RPG sort of damage numbers. I mean, I was never into World of Warcraft, but the combat definitely seems similar in a way. So you can explore, loot, that kind of stuff. Definitely an RPG style elements. Maybe like some sort of I don't know if that's like PvP. Yeah, like skills that are. I guess it is. Blocked it with a rock. Through the rock. Stunned it. Honestly, the combat looks super slow. Oh, it's a dungeon and shit. Co-op and that kind of stuff. A good-looking game. Doesn't really look like my type of thing in terms of pacing and what it is, but definitely seems like it's a well-made game. Made without women. Also, the article missing the chase so white about how the trailer is a dude killing a chick. I know. Well, I mean that article came out in like 2021, so when they first, I guess, like kind of broke apart and started making it, but now they've sort of they may have actually hired women since then. So now they're finally coming out with the game and starting to put out an alpha playtesters. Sign up to be a playtester too. You get to see the fruits of their labor here. So that's kind of the thing. When it first came out, and now I guess they could do a follow-up, complaining about how you're killing women in game. But moving on, we're going to talk about Monster Hunter. More Wilds. What was weird? Monster Hunter Wilds. A new trailer came out. This game's still not coming out till 2025, but they're already like throwing the shit at it.
Over there!
They're chasing more of the story. Those things look so cool.
Why are you here?
You can't do this alone!
We need to shake them off! Follow me! Jump! Here it comes!
There's too many of them!
Watch out for that glove! I will draw its iron! Cover me!
You got it. Be careful.
Be ready!
I like I could get
to the
shoot
rock, we may
on the
lose
thing.
them.
That seems really cool.
As I feared, it picked up our scent.
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
Thank you!
I love how monsters do such stuff like that. Showing off a new creature.
Don't worry, the hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
Monster Wilds. Hey, Duke, what's up? Monster Hunter Wilds. New trailer looks really cool. I love the design of this new monster they got here. I always like when they could do stuff like use the environment to like kind of go to like a special attack mode. Yeah, like a sand trap. Really cool looking designs. I'm really still not convinced that yeah, well I think in this you could choose between a man and a woman. And they all have fully voice lines, which I'm not super convinced that that the giving the hunter voice lines is good. Now you can kind of see almost like a little turf war here. This guy almost looks like Matt. You'd shoot out the graphics themselves look really awesome. I'm really pumped to see this, but yeah, the focus on story, we'll see how it works. But the core gameplay of it is really what matters for this game. So I'm looking forward to that. It's almost kind of cruel the way they're showing all this stuff off when it's still like, I mean, even if they release it like early 2025, which they may not, still, man, it's almost like 6 months to a year to like wait for this, which is kind of cruel. But we got a follow up, Creative Cloud, Adobe. There's actually a lot of news with Adobe lately, and their newest. But this is a follow up. You know, we covered Suicide Squad, Bloomberg by Jason Schneider. Behind Suicide Squad, the year's biggest video game flop. After 7 years of tumultuous development, Warner Brothers took a $200 million dollar loss on the Rocksteady game. And this kind of just shows you why the video games today are so bad. $200 million loss. David Haddon, head of the video games for Warner Brothers Discovery Incorporated, visited London studios of subsidiary Rocksteady in mid-February for an all-hands meeting. While previous gatherings with the executives have been peppered with tactful euphemism, this time Haddon was blunt, according to two people that briefed on this on his remarks. Weeks after its release, the studio's latest game, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, was tanking. Haddon shared a few details of the exact scope of the suicide misfire. Haddon shared a few details of the exact scope of the Suicide Squad misfire. Said the people who asked not to be identified, discussing non-public information, but it didn't take long for them to find out the extent of the damages. On May 9th, during an earnings call, Warner Bros. Revealed that it was taking a $200 million loss on Suicide Squad, making it one of the gaming's worst blunders. Behind the scenes, according to interviews with nearly 24 people who requested anonymity because they weren't authorized to speak to the press, the Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League was a tumultuous affair, plagued by countless delays. The game failed for a number of reasons, said the people, including constantly shifting visions, a culture of rigid perfectionism, and a genre pivot that was ill-suited for the studio. A spokesman for Warner Brothers Games declined to comment. Glossy Bisque could extend beyond Warner Brothers and further detour gaming investment in gaming by traditional media firms when they should be expanding, said Joost van Druren, who teaches video game business at New York University. High-profile failure came a particularly bad time. Of course, Warner Brothers is not doing well. Of course, they go on to mention that, Hogwarts Legacy, an adaptation of Harry Potter series, did insanely well. It was the best-selling game of 2023, selling more than 24 million copies. And then, of course, Rocksteady comes back in 2024, deliver an absolute pile of shit that cost them a ton of fucking money. And you know what? I'm pretty glad. I mean, you could see the sort of story looked like shit. The gameplay looked boring. So well-deserved. And I'm actually surprised they're still haven't announced that they're stopping development for it, because it's still like a live service game. But I assume that they have a contract to make a certain amount of stuff, certain amount of characters and DLCs and that kind of stuff. So once that runs out, I'm pretty sure they'll just shut it down. But it's doing terrible. And actually, I didn't look this up, but let's see. Steam database. SteamDB Suicide Squad. Let's look at this. Let me bring this up. Oh, right. Let's see. So right now there are peak was 4 months ago. Right now they have 209 players right now for a live service game, by the way. Its 24-hour peak was 256 players. Yikes. And then, 2 millions upon millions. Yeah, I'm sure their support staff is slashed. I mean, how much support do you need for 200 players right now? Millions upon millions. And it just shows you, why games have been so crap lately. I mean, even with the money invested, but people are so afraid of something like this happening. But I think in a way this was because they didn't want to take a risk. And the reviews are pretty horrible. I mean, 70% is pretty bad for a review, especially from people. But man, Suicide Squad could happen to a worse company. Meanwhile, I'm on my Zillion 3 play of Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, that was a good game. Liked Coder. But now it's time to ramp up the autism because I'm going to talk about Sonic. This is I just came across this morning, and I want to kind of go into detail with this. I'm talking about gameplay right now. So this is Summer Games Fest. They announced Sonic X Shadow Generations. I kind of like Sonic Generations. That came out a while back, and let's take a look at this. We got Shadow. One thing I want to focus on is just how much actual, like, I think one of the interesting things about video games is one of the funs of it is, the short choices that the game allows you to make. And let's look at just how many choices the player makes during this trailer. This, of course, right now is just I don't see any button presses, so I think this is just a cinematic. Alright, so now you're running forward, you hit a string. And this is really why modern Sonic sucks so much now. I mean, right now you just have that spring part, and now you have, some decisions, like, how are you going to dodge these lasers? Are you going to collect these rings? This doesn't look difficult whatsoever. Now, alright, run forward, jump. Oh, and use your teleport move. Use your homing attack. Now you got an opportunity to jump. Oh, hit a single button 3 times in a row. Very, very complex. Oh, hit the homing attack again. Run forward. And now we got another run forward sequence. Wait. And this is the sort of, I kind of like the grinding sections of this, but this loop looks totally boring. This is you literally just doing nothing right now. Onto a string, and now you're running forward for this entire stretch of the runway. It's like so much of this game is just like looking good while holding forward. And I love Sonic Adventure 2. I enjoy these games, but this looks so boring. And then you just spin dash this thing, and then like I already know you're gonna spin dash this. It's just hitting a single button 3 times in a row. Maybe with some timing, hit another string, move forward to this thing again. All of this is holding forward right now. And then, alright, hit the A button a few times, and then go down a rail. And that's all you're doing, you're just going down a single rail. Where's the decision to be made? Alright, run in a loop to collect some rings. Go to the side a little bit to collect those rings. Where there is like 0 obstacles in this entire like 20-second section, and then you hit another spring and just go forward. Maybe this is just a beginning stage, so it's offers you 0 challenge. Like, wow, there's some robots ahead. Oh, you just ran through them because you had like a speed boost. Oh, he's got to do a thing, Chaos Control. You get freeze time. And go up this way. And here's this what passes for enemies is you hitting a button 3 times in a row. It's a new cinematic. I love the shadows. I love that the OTSs with Sonic. It might be shameful to admit that I really do enjoy it.
You cannot deny.
Well, it was pretty intense the way he avoided some glowing blocks for that sequence, by the way.
Your fate.
Whoa, here's some challenging boss fight. What do you think it's going to be? Oh, wait. You jump up, you hit this. Oh my god. Did you see the way he jumped up and hit a button? Just homed on it. Then he did it again. This looks so bad. There's like 0 challenge. And then you have the old 2D style of Sonic here, which I think actually has a little more choice. I mean, in this, he's just running forward again with some cool sequences. Classic Green Hill Zone type of theme. You gotta avoid the spikes, and then you at least have to jump in a sort of meaningful way. Sort of wait. Do you wait on the spikes? Do you keep going? Do you wait for this to just bring forward? And then you get to, goes with some loops. So this isn't. And then you have at least have an option to like miss this. Hold on a second. And then we swing. You can swing over. So I mean, at least the 2D Sonic had some. Stupid boat. Sorry, guys. Got distracted by my phone. Even this has like a lot of. I don't know what point Sonic really started focusing on, like, I know they look like cool, and visually this is impressive, but they go so hard on these like sequences where you don't do anything. It's like it's all speed, I gotta be speed. Here's an enemy where you actually have to, at least that this you have to actually jump on the thing, and you're rewarded for a good time jump, being able to hit this spring and bounce up. Gotta go fast. I mean, unfortunately, that's all it is in some of these plays. We switch back over to 3D Sonic, which again, just holding forward and bouncing off something. Whoa, you gotta jump up twice and then hit a spring. Oh, whoa, look at him hit the A button 4 times in a row this time. Whoa. I do like the fact they give you like a speed boost option. Kind of keeps the pace open a little bit. You don't even have to, you didn't have to transfer it. You just hit a spring. Well, at least you have an option to either jump the stuff or speed boost. At least that's a decision you have to make. I mean, going your fastest through it could require, some challenge. Maybe some meaningful decision making, but this is literally just, you're really just going through a sequence here. Alright, you have to jump here. At least that was a jump to take a shortcut. But this is completely, again, just a sequence. Some grinding. Of course, you have to actually meaningfully dodge on these rails a little bit, I think. Deciding, where you're going to go. Oh, no, actually, never mind. That ring just took you to the thing you have to go to. I do like the reverse sequences where stuff chases you. Call back to some of the earlier Sonic Adventure games. That was always a cool looking angle. Now he has to jump maybe a little bit. All of this, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I just speed through it. But, I mean, Sonic has just become so... I mean, it looks nice, but I think from a gameplay perspective, it just isn't good. There's, like, nothing challenging about it. It just becomes like, hey, hold forward and maybe jump a few times. And that's, like, all the game asks for you. Because, I guess the problem is, like, when they try to make it challenging, you have to actually make the controls fairly tight, and that is, I think, too much for Sega Team to actually handle. As a developer, they're dog shit. Let me actually go to a game I like, which is sort of like, I think, what Sonic, someone that actually took the sort of Sonic formula and made something interesting. Because, I mean, here you have different options, especially with your movements. Like, Mila can just do a normal hover. She can use her blocks to burst up for a higher amount. So you actually have some meaningful. I'm trying to. This is when I first played the game, so I'm actually trying to get down the movement options. I'm a little out of practice. So, and then also involves like a lot of different routes in the in this game. There's a lot of different routes and hidden collectibles, so you can actually make a choice as far as where you want to go and how you want to handle it. So, like right here, I could just climb that ladder. The ladder's the easy option to it, but I'm trying and failing right here to cube jump up and just pass over. Eventually, I just hovered right there. And they actually have, some challenging enemies that require you. Notice how I didn't jump up and hit the A button to destroy that enemy. I actually had to do something else. So the combat system's a little bit different in this game, but I actually think it gives you an option to make some meaningful decisions while you're doing it. And like now I'm just holding forward, but now I have to actually make a jump that requires some level of skill to do. At least to skip some of the parts of it. Like right there, I missed my jump. And you can just, this game does have the option to just follow the sort of sequences of springs and go forward. But you also have the option to use your abilities to go up a better path, higher path, or maybe potentially a quicker path. So this game gives far more. It just gives far more meaningful choices than this Sonic gameplay, which is literally again, this is just him jumping in a sequence. You're holding forward, and then you have to try, I guess, collect rings. And right here, you're like, all right, he's probably just gonna hit the boost. Yeah, which he does. He just hits a single button and kills 2 enemies, and that's gameplay for Sonic. Well, actually, is this violin? It is. Actually, show this gameplay. All right. I mean, you have to. Oh, you have a double jump in this game? What the hell? So you need even less timing. Dodges this.
Your energy is still unstable. Target life
You just grind up and then attack.
I already know your weaknesses. Too easy.
Looks intense. I could show you. Maybe I could show you the boss fights. And free to play it. Does it have a? Boss fights in free to play are far more intense. Because you have to actually hit the enemies. Requires some skill. Rather than hit a grind rail and fly up. And what attack you hit does different damages. So just makes a far more interesting game than. I mean, sadly, this looks good, and I like Sonic. It's just it's become such a simple game. I mean, again, there is zero skill required to go up that. It's just hitting A 5 times, and then you avoid, just jump over. Oh, avoid the floating.
This is the ultimate power.
Whoa. And now you can stop time, too. Wait, can he not get hit while time stop? How easy could this game be?
Out of my way.
They could throw lightning?
Out of my way. Chaos control. Chaos control.
Freeze time and then hit.
This.
Wow. Oh no. Get to hit A again. I lament because I do like Sonic, but I lament how bad this looks. I mean, it looks good, but like the gameplay wise, it looks terrible. And finally, we'll finish up. There was actually wasn't a lot of news that I found interesting this week, but that's all right because not a lot of things annoyed me. Last thing I want to talk about is a video game I like. But give me a second. I don't want my podcast to be too negative. Let's talk about video games I enjoy playing. And this one is Zero Ranger. Here we go. So this is Zero Ranger. It's another shmup that I've been playing recently. I've been trying to get this secret ending. That's a pain in the ass to do. But just looking at this, you can see... Let me turn... For some reason, like, the loud music makes it... distracts me enough that I can't talk. But when you look at this game, the first thing you notice is just the visually, it looks so good. They got this, like, just a totally green and orange color scheme. These contrasting colors give it a really stylized look. You know, with and the pixel graphics look great too. It's almost like the background almost looks like a computer chipboard. And then you got various boss fights. The graphical design, I think, is really what attracted me to this game. It just looks really, really lovely. Let's see. Let's move on to the other stages. Now you've got these really, really nice, well-done backgrounds. It's also challenging. You have like this beautiful ocean background here, and what amazes me is even though it has like just green and orange, the bullets are still really easy to see. I think they do just a great job of making their bullets visually noticeable. That's one of my biggest complaints about shmups. Yeah, the musical score I think is excellent too, top notch. With sort of like the chiptune style instruments, and some nice laser sequences. That's one of the sequences I enjoy. That's some really cool stuff. I mean, it's got some really intense moments where you're fighting like some crazy, and then it does have like an element of weirdness to it as well. Like as you go on, the game gets like weird, kind of stranger and stranger, and more intense. So it really does have they do an excellent job of the presentation. That's really cool. It's like fighting a wall of. This is also, I think, a really great sequence of the game. There are a few things that I don't like about it, though. One is you get this like transforming option. I don't like swords in shmups. Melee weapons, to me, aren't fun to use. And that is one thing you do use in this game. I don't think you're forced to use it, but it could definitely make it easier in a way. So, That's a negative. I also think it's a little too long. For me, like, one of the things about Shmups is it has a lot of, it's very quick. Like, maybe, like, you can play through the whole thing in 25 to 30 minutes. For this thing, though, like, the full playthroughs are almost, I think, almost an hour. Hold on, let me check. Let's see. You go, like, Zero Ranger, 1cc. The Zero Ranger 1cc's take about 50, almost an hour, 53 minutes. So the game is long. It's a long game for a Shmup. And I don't reveal the secrets of it, but it's definitely challenging. But it does take a long time. It's almost too stylish, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not playing the game right now. This is a video, but that's me playing the game. This is me playing it right now. That's why you see him dying so much. It's just I'm playing it. I'm doing the sequence terrible. I've gotten a lot better since I recorded this video. It's older. I'm most embarrassed, like, to watch myself play again. I'm like, oh god, why am I playing this sequence so bad? This is awful. But it's almost like, at one point, it's almost a little too stylish. That would say, I guess, one of the negatives of the game, it goes a little too hard at it. It almost stops being, I think, to me, one of the appeal of Shmups is that they're really straightforward. You just got to go in, you dodge the bullets, you blow the stuff up. And of course, it's a lot more complicated than that because there's an infinite way to, like, dodge the bullets and shoot the stuff. And of course, kind of mastering it enough to, like, go through without using any continues. The 1cc is definitely challenging. But this has, like, this stuff has, like, hidden endings. It also has, like, sequences where, like, let's say, like, not to reveal, like, too much, but where, like, you don't do anything. It's hard to find. Don't reveal too. They're like just some of the final fights are just kind of weird. Oh, like this. Let me try to kind of revealing a little bit of the spoilers, but I mean, like, you just have this, like, sequences like this where, like, you do nothing, which is kind of annoying. But, it's part of the storytelling. They put a little more emphasis on storytelling than some other Shmups, which is different. But in a way, I guess, like, if it's a kind of a different way to do it, I guess. I don't like it, but I can definitely see there's definitely some benefit to it, and some people will enjoy it. So that's it. Zero Ranger. I recommend it. I think it's really not that expensive. Probably, I think you can get it on sale. I think it's $20. Cool Shmup. If you're looking for a Shmup type of game, let me see what. Does it tell me how much it is? All right, it's $12 right now. $12. Definitely a good deal. Good deal for that. Cool looking game by System Erasure. But hey, that's it. That's it for, that's all I got. All I got here. So enjoy, hope you enjoyed it. Let me see if I can, I don't remember. Jack, are we doing something today? I haven't checked yet. I don't know if it is that a are we taking a break this week because, like, no one's here? Oh wait. Okay, we are. Looks like we are, so we'll try to. Oh, cool. Good. Very cool. So I'll redirect to this, though, then. I have the redirect, so I'll be on there later. Finally feeling good enough to do stuff again. Let's see. Monk vote is Cope. I always love me some Cope. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again next week for some more fun. Hope I'll beaten this game by then and moved on to something else.